Hi, I'm Pastor Stephanie Lape from Cross and Crown Lutheran Church in Rancho Cucamonga, California. Next week is Thanksgiving, and normally I make these videos on Thursdays and upload them on Thursdays, and I'm not going to be doing that next Thursday because that is Thanksgiving Day, and I'm spending that time with my family and enjoying the day. So today I wanted to think about reasons to be thankful. I just wrote a list of 10 reasons to be grateful and thankful and celebrate Thanksgiving, even during this time of COVID. It's easy to talk about all that we don't have. It's easy to talk about all of the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the sadness, the fear of everything with this virus. And I do not think we shouldn't talk about it. I think that if you are feeling anxiety, or if anybody's feeling stressed or hurt or depressed or needing help, please do talk about it. Reach out for help. Reach out to me or somebody else that you trust, or that maybe can get you whatever it is that you need. If you're lonely, if you don't have enough food, whatever the need is, please do reach out. But in addition to talking about how hard it's been, I don't want to just leave behind all of the good things that we have. I love Thanksgiving because it gives us a time to really stop and to say thanks for those things that sometimes we take for granted. So I wrote a list of 10 things that I think we have to be grateful for, even during this time of COVID. The first is our health. I know a lot of people are really struggling with health issues these days. And for those of us that do not have COVID, or that got COVID and now are recovered from it, those of us who still are alive another day to breathe and for our hearts to beat, we can really see what a precious gift our health is. We take that for granted so much, don't we? We just normally hop out of bed and get on with our day and don't think about the fact that we have a precious gift of health. So that's one thing to really be thankful for. Number 2, doctors, nurses, caregivers, and those on medical staff anywhere. These are people that have worked so hard during this time to give sacrificially, to take care of those who are suffering. They put themselves in harm's way often, and I don't even have the words to express the gratitude that I have for the medical staff around this country and this world, especially at a time like this. Number 3, scientists that are working on a vaccine. Oh my gosh, thank you. If any of you are a scientist out there, boy, the work that I do in religion is pretty far from science a lot of the time, but I have such mad respect for what you do. So thank you for continuing to plow away and work at record speed to try to get the public a vaccine that can save lives. I'm sorry for any kind of roadblocks that anybody has put in your way with what you're trying to say and how you're trying to inform the public. I just want you to know that I am one person in your corner over here, and so thank you to the scientists of the world. The fourth thing is kind of a big category, and that is just the infrastructure of our country. So much of our nation has not stopped working during this time. I have a relative that has been through the military. She's been to many countries during times of a national crisis, and so she's used to places shutting down completely. And so she said, for instance, that normally when there's a national crisis, trash delivery doesn't happen, or trash pickup doesn't happen. And so she even wrote a letter during the early parts of this pandemic to her trash pickup service people saying, thank you for keeping the service going. Imagine what would happen if we had nobody picking up our garbage from our homes. So things like our electricity is still working. We still have clean running water. We still have grocery stores and all of the trucks it takes to get people to drive all the food to the grocery stores. Early in the pandemic, we were all worried that there would be a food shortage. There was this run on toilet paper in addition to all the food, and that hasn't happened. And that's through the absolute persistence and hard work of so many people. And then there's the whole Instacart crew and all the people delivering groceries that have stepped up to care for folks in a whole new way during this pandemic. People that are delivering through UPS and Amazon. And that doesn't even mention all of the teachers and educators of this nation and this world trying to redo everything they've known to do in order to get education online and just keep the country up and running. So thank you to all of you if you work in any of those fields that have just kept our nation running during this time. Let's see, number 5, we have been given time to reprioritize. We are not able to do some of the things that we used to do, like run out to amusement parks or as many restaurants or movies or parties or things like that. So we've had to kind of pull in and get introspective and reprioritize and say, you know, what's really important? Maybe I need to slow down. Maybe I need to spend more time with my family and not just running all over the place. Maybe I can prioritize taking some more time for reading or for journaling or some of those quieter activities that are less social, perhaps, but help me reprioritize what's important to me and what my goals are. I think that's a gift. I think we can be thankful for that opportunity. Number 6, time with family. And I know not all of you live with other people. Some folks live alone. Those who do live with other people have had to. Sometimes it's been difficult, but have had to reintroduce themselves to their spouses, to their children, even sometimes being teachers to their children at home. It's not always been easy, but I think that there's a gift in there, and we can be thankful for that gift to know who our family is. Now, I know that some families are destructive, abusive, neglectful, and that needs help. Again, please, if you're going through anything that's abusive, please reach out to me or somebody else that might be able to help you. But I'm assuming, which I get as an assumption because not everybody's in the situation, but I'm assuming your family are people that are safe and that it is a good thing to reintroduce yourself to your family. If you're in that healthy kind of situation, then I think we have that to be thankful for at this time. Number 7, I think we have more time now to observe nature. And maybe not in big ways. Maybe we can't travel across the country or across the world and observe nature, but maybe it's just going for a walk in our neighborhood and we can look more closely at what's right around us, the trees, the flowers, the sky, the hills, whatever natural aspects are right around us. Usually we jump in our cars, we run off to work, we ignore it. We're just in a hurry. So maybe that's a gift and we can say thank you to that. Number 8, I think we can have time to appreciate the food we have. And we talked about that with the grocery stores. But even if we're in our homes and we're cooking, maybe we aren't able to get as many restaurant meals during this time, but we still have food. And we can really appreciate what our food is and the nourishment that it gives us and how it makes our bodies feel and grow and thrive. Number 9, for churches. We've always been saying, those of us that are in churches, that church is not a building. That it's the people, that it's the mystical body of Christ, that it's the fellowship, it's the community, it's the love that we have. We've always said that, but we've always said that while meeting in a building. And this time in a pandemic, we've had time to prove it, that we're serious, that it's true. Church is not a building. And I think that's been an opportunity and a real blessing to see that. Of course, it's taken some work to get everything for church online and using the phone a lot and other things, but we've really seen it to be true. We are able to worship, we're able to connect, we're able to have Bible studies or other classes, we're able to have fellowship, we're able to keep up with outreach. We're even able to have communion over Zoom or however we do it. So church is not a building. That is something to say thank you to God for, that we've been able to see that that is true. Lastly, number 10, we've been able to have community in amazing ways. If we were around during the Spanish flu, that pandemic, we wouldn't have had YouTube, Facebook, Zoom, even the telephone to some extent to call people and stay in touch. But we have those things now. And so we've been able to still have community, still have fellowship, still have love, still reach out to one another, even during this time. Now that's a list of 10 things that I made as I just off the top of my head thought of some stuff and wrote it down. What would you add to your list? Why don't you try to challenge yourself to make a list of 10 things that you can say thanks to God for during this time specifically, not just before COVID and not just looking forward to being out of it, but right now. What have you been given in this last 8 or so months that maybe are opportunities that you wouldn't have had if this wasn't going on? So I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I am so thankful for all of our YouTube subscribers that support our ministry, that encourage us all the time, that share these videos with friends, And I just have to say thank you for you, for being you. I don't know who all are watching these videos. I know some, but not everybody. So from really the bottom of my heart to your heart and your family and your home, thank you for being a subscriber, a listener, a watcher, a supporter of our ministry. Thank you so much for your presence in my life. And thank you just for passing on these positive messages that we're trying to put out here on social media. Thank you for being one of our partners in ministry doing that. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. God bless you. Bye-bye.